Joining us now, congressional candidate for Illinois' 11th district, Rachel Ventura. Welcome to the Damage Report.
Thank you for having me on.
Glad to have you here. This is the first time we're talking, and as we like to with candidates who join us for the first time, we want to get to know them a little bit. You're going to be taking on the Democratic incumbent in this race. That's Bill Foster. Has been around since 2012. What is your background going into this race?
So first, I'm a mother. I'm a single mom, and I've worked as an actuary. I have a background in mathematics, and I've worked as a naturalist. I have a background in biology as well. And I currently serve on the Will County Board. I am a progressive Democrat, and I ran a tough race for the people with no strings attached in my last campaign, and was not expecting to run for Congress this year. But I went to Bill Foster in February of this year with our revolution, and we asked him to support the Medicare for All bill. As a Democrat, we thought he would support it, so we were surprised when he turned it down, saying that ACA was the better option. And then in June, as a scientist, we thought he would be supporting the Green New Deal. Being a naturalist who fought to protect our longleaf pine forest, to me, this is a no-brainer. Gets us off of fossil fuels, but also is a $16 trillion job package that puts Americans back to work. When he turned that down and said that he didn't think it was practical legislation, and then turned around and started supporting the Use It Act, which is a $50 million bailout for the fossil fuel industry using our taxpayer dollars, we knew that there was a problem. But then looking into his background, seeing some of the money he's taken from ExxonMobil, from $600,000 from insurance and big pharma, it's no wonder that he's not supporting the people on some of these important issues. And I jumped into the race.
I think that's pretty awesome. And look, hypothetically, that's the way that this should work. I mean, if a primary is going to come about, it should come about because citizens tried to get their representative to do the right thing and clearly weren't going to. Now, you mentioned there a little bit of research into how some of his big donors might be influencing his positions on those issues. So as you're launching your bid against him, what is your strategy in terms of campaign finance?
Yeah, so I am a supporter of Move to Amend. I think we need to have campaign finance reform and get money out of politics so that people can be elected by their representatives actually supporting the people. So I talked about my last race. I was outspent 3-1, and we walked 10,000 doors with my team and knocked on a lot of doors and talked to a lot of people. And in the end, people want to be listened to and heard. And we have a huge wealth gap in America right now. So whether it's fixing things in the county board or fixing things in Congress, a lot of it has to do with representing the people. So, I didn't take any big money in my last campaign. We're running on no cap corporate dollars and no dark money now, but we do have a very strong ground game, and we will win this, but we do need to raise money to do so. I believe that if we can raise the money, we'll definitely win because of the ground game of knocking on doors. We've collected 5,000 signatures. We'll be filing in Springfield on Monday with that. We've got a huge team of volunteers, and it's people who are sick of the system and are ready to get rid of these politicians who are bought and paid for.
So you mentioned earlier your support for Medicare for All and the Green New Deal. Outside of those two, which our audience is pretty familiar with, what would some of your other legislative priorities be were you to make it into the House?
Yeah, we need to have criminal justice reform. I live in Joliet, and we are a prison town, and so there are a lot of ex-felons who live here. And unfortunately, we have corporations like Centerpoint and these staffing agencies, and now this new development coming in, North Point, that prey on people with low income, having the ability to not get a standard job because of their record previously. And we don't want to give people, a life sentence. So we need to have a way to seal the records once time is served so that people can get housing, they can get good paying jobs, and be able to go back into our society. We also have a large Hispanic population here, and I would like to see immigration reform and a pathway.
Looks like we're having some issues, unfortunately. Oh, well, the internet, it's a temperamental beast. Look, you learned quite a bit there about Rachel Ventura's platform and some of her background. We're gonna try in the near future to reconnect with her. There was a few other topics we wanted to talk about with her. But if you're interested in her candidacy, you could, of course, look for her both on social media and on her website. And Rachel, on the off chance that she's hearing this, thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching this clip from the Damage Report. For more content from the show and access to TYT Network members-only exclusives, go to tyt.com/Brooke. Wait, no, it's tyt.com/John. Go to tyt.com/John to sign up.